check some things. Nope. Let me refresh. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that's not working. Yeah, still setting things up. What is going on here? Are we working? Don't think we're working. Maybe. Let me see if this works. I have a feeling it created a new one. Yep, I knew it did that. Okay, so it is streaming, it's just not connected. That's great. Hold on, let me adjust some things. Yeah, I knew this was gonna do this. All right, well, now we gotta adjust everything. Okay. Go. Okay. There we go. That doesn't look good. That's okay. Okay. And then this one. Just set some more things up before we jump into it. Okay. Okay. I think we're looking okay. Save those changes. I knew that was going to have me switch things up. I wonder if it'll let me do that though. It's not going to let me do that. Offline. Okay. Why did that not work? Nope, it worked. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. I think that's all set up now. Perfect. Yep. All right, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Now it's going to work. Okay. What's up, Mad? How you doing? All right. I hope this works good. All right. Sorry, I'm just setting up everything. I had a mess up with something. But I think we're looking good. Yep, I think we're doing okay. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. Now that works. Okay. Just trying to make the quality look better. Let me pin a message and then we can get going. Everything's acting very delayed right now. I wanted to get this here. It's not gonna let me do that, is it? It might. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. Let me remember. Oh, that's what I had to do. What? Oh, I remember. Oh, that's so annoying. Hold on, let me get rid of that. And then let me get rid of. What can I do to get rid of that? This and this. Okay. And then we're set. Okay. Just getting everything set up here. Please wish us the game. It was great. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, I'm just setting up everything because I wanted to dual stream, so I had to set up everything. And the first time I did it, it didn't work, so I had to redo it. How's your game going, Mad? There we go. Now we're working good. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I like it. Alright. Now I wish it would track. I'm just getting used to how this is laid out. It's very different. Oh, that's how it does it. Well, that's not cool. This is laid out very strangely. But I guess this kind of works now. Okay. Sweet. All right. I think we're all set up. Let me know if there's any issues. Oh, you have a team now? That's awesome. That's great. Whew. Yeah, I think we're working good now. Anyway, wow. Okay, so that took forever, but hopefully it doesn't take that long the next time. But yeah. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and get started with, I think, getting this area here. We're gonna have a new location. Basically, this is gonna be for specifically like the first, or I guess this is like the second dungeon area. We're gonna wanna make a new area that's going to be kind of like where our first puzzle is, and I have some ideas for it, but I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, let me know what you think. But basically, we're gonna have this area here. We're gonna go into it on the surface layer. We're gonna have like a puzzle we need to solve. Once we solve the puzzle, then a secret door is gonna open up, and then we can go down and fight the boss. Super simple, nothing crazy, just kind of like again, like teaching the player about how the gameplay is going to work. And then again, we can always add more stuff kind of in the world. Oh, that's exciting. You're doing a game jam? That's awesome. I know. I want to. If I didn't have this game to work on, I probably would be doing a game jam, I think. Ooh, you got the artist role? That's awesome. That's a great role. Heck yeah. I feel like the light is really bright on me. Adjust it. Like that. Then I can't see that though. That's not good. I can kind of see it still. Yep. Okay. Nice. Thanks, Colette. Yeah, it might be a little busy. It's so bright over here. I need to turn the brightness down. Oh well. Alright. Sweet. Okay. Alright, let's see what we gotta do here. Why would March be busy though? Like, it will be busy any time of the year. Is it on itch.io? Where are you doing your game jam? Is it the new one that some people are talking about? That's pretty good at keeping up with this. I wish it wasn't so bright. Okay, maybe I can do this. There we go. That might go better. My cat is like rubbing on the screen next to me. Interesting. That sounds pretty fun. I think you got it. You got it. All right, we need a door. Let's get to work. Where's the door? Okay. So we need door 3. So let's take door 3 and we're gonna move it up. Oh, door 3 was the saving door. I get it. We also need to fix this. I don't like the sign on this thing. We're going to need to adjust that. Let's go ahead and move this up here a bit. Okay. Let's go ahead, move this over here. And yeah, we're going to put this like right here. And then, ooh, we're gonna need a new location for that too. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna add a couple things. Wow, that is so behind over there. Okay, that's fine. That's wildly behind. Interesting. Okay. So what we're gonna do is adjust that there. We have the door. Sweet, we need to label the door correctly. This isn't the save point. This is not a save point. We don't care about that. Where to? Why did I call it that? Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to, what are we gonna call this? shed entry. Shed entry. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to adjust where we're going. Ooh. Do I want to use another valley? I don't think so. Well, we might need to use another valley because we're going to have things like everything in it, basically. So I'm probably going to make it easier, and we're just going to duplicate the South Forest. It's probably the best way to do this. So let's go ahead, locate scenes. What we're going to do... dry walls. Interesting. What do we need to do? We need to go to spawn points, create new spawn point. Call this outside shed. Okay, outside shed. We're gonna take outside shed. And we're gonna put this like over here. Perfect. Yeah, that's an okay spot, okay. All right, back to door 3. Shed entry. And then we need to change the name. We're gonna call this Valley Shed. And then we're gonna save that name. Enter that. Okay. And then we're gonna take South Village, I think. You blended your arms. Is that in your game you're talking about? I hope it is. Duplicate, change the name. Perfect. And then locate where that is. Valley Shed. Okay. So we can go inside of it. We spawn into it. We can spawn outside of it. Perfect. Valley Shed. Okay, we need to open this up. Okay, we're gonna save that. And just so we don't have to have things break, I'm gonna make sure we turn off the animation player. Where is it? I think I put it in the map. Fireflies. It's probably gonna make the processing speed a lot faster. Is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to South Forest. Yep. Turn off the fireflies. Wherever they are. Yes, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We're looking good. So we got Valley, we got the entry point, we got the Valley Shed. Now we need to get rid of a lot of stuff here, but we're gonna re-add in certain things we need. Okay. What do we need to do next? Yeah, I figured this was gonna have a problem. What's up? What's up, guy? How you doing? We're just building a game. do now is we need to reshape this area. Specifically, probably, I don't know, we could have just duplicated, the village. The reason why I duplicated this one was because the boss battle, but honestly, I think we can readjust it. This is called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. This is a game I'm working on for my studio's first release. It's actually based on a book as well. You can wishlist it on Steam. But yeah, we got quite a bit going on here. We got like our little starting village. We got our first like tutorial area done, completed. We also have a new area we just kind of did in the last couple sessions, which is called the Valley. And the next area we're working on is going to be kind of like the inside of this shed where our next boss battle is going to be. But yeah, definitely hit it up on Steam for the wish list. We're trying to hit 1,000 before we release. The demo, I think, will be done probably, hopefully this weekend. I just got to get this last area done, do a couple cleanup things, and then yeah. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love medieval games. One of my favorite games is, I like Chivalry, I think is what it's called. I can't pronounce it very well. That's like one of my favorite games. But yeah, this is just going to be a classic like top-down style RPG game where you kind of just like adventure through, collect new items, you know, meet new NPCs, have a couple boss battles, all that fun stuff. 2 or 1? What do you mean by that? 2 or 1 what? Oh, you mean Chivalry? Yeah, 2. I like 2. I don't think I've played 1 actually, but I love 2. I hope they come out with another one. I heard they're working on it. But that's like one of my favorite like 3D medieval games. But then of course I love like also 2D games. Yeah, this is dumb that we did this for this one. I think I'm gonna actually duplicate the valley instead because there's a lot of things here I don't like and I don't want to reuse. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna save the name for it though. But instead, let's use the valley. We're gonna delete, actually, nope, that's a bad idea. We're gonna get rid of it here. And we're gonna go to Valley. And then we're gonna go ahead and take Valley Shed and delete that. Yes, we're gonna remake it. And we're just gonna duplicate the regular Valley. But yeah, it's a great game. I love Chivalry. Oh yeah, I love when you make an emotional game. I think that's awesome. That's probably what I'll do for the future games I'm gonna make. This first one's just kind of like a test of my skills. But I love when a game makes you think about like, you know, like humanity and all that stuff. Is your game gonna be like a fighting game though, or like an RPG? It sounds like an RPG if you're making the player think about stuff. Alright. We need to duplicate Valley. Name. And there we go. I'd much rather deal with the assets in here. Okay, this is going to be enormous now. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of a lot of this stuff. Yeah, we don't really even need doors yet. Technically, we're going to need 2 doors. I think we're going to have a door unlock, I think, eventually. Let's see. What's your game called? I want to look up your game. I'll hit it up after this. You guys have a Steam page yet or anything? Let's make a lot of this invisible. I like how we did that. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah. You gotta get that Steam page up though. Start getting your wish list as fast as possible. Still, even if you have a couple screenshots, you know. I feel like people wait too long to put up their pages because it's just, you know, more people can look it up and wishlist it, and the more you got by the time you release. And also, like, puts you into a commitment because you have to pay money to, like, put it up. So, like, you're like, oh, well, I paid money to put it up. I have to finish it, you know? That's why I'm, like, all about getting the Steam page up as fast as possible. Unless you're just, like, not sure about if you're going to make the game and stuff. Which ones are we not using? I think we're going to use these. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I work a job while doing this also. It's hard when you have multiple things, but usually if you like really care about it though, I feel like you always find time for stuff. You just gotta work on it a little bit every day. That's what I try to do. You know, you just have to like find the time, and you can. My PC specs. I'm not even using a PC. Is it kind of laggy? What are you doing? Get out of here, cat. Whoa. Go away. Ah. I don't even think I own a PC. I like use little laptops, but I'll probably get a PC eventually. I'm just using an old gaming laptop. I'm not really crazy about PCs. I'm not a hardware guy, really. I'm a big software guy. Like I teach game development courses, web development courses, and app development courses, but I'm just not like a software guy. It's not really my style. Software is like way more my thing. Okay, what did I miss? I need to get rid of everything here. Where's the ground? Oh, I know what I did. That's what I did. Okay. All right. Now we gotta make the inside of the shed. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would if I had a lot of money, but everything's super expensive. And honestly, the stuff I do, like I don't play a lot of big games. Like even Chivalry works fine on my PC, but I don't play with like the high specs or anything. But I'm way more of a software guy, and I like making software that's like everybody can use it, because I just think it's kind of crazy that there's like certain games out there that people have to have like a super good PC to do things on. But yeah. Oh yeah, I bet. But that's the thing, is like I bought my like gaming laptop like probably 7 years ago also. It was not like super cheap. It was probably like a couple $100, but I didn't buy anything crazy. I just made sure it had a graphics card in it. And I bet my graphics card is super old compared to the new stuff. But it still works. Like, I don't know, as long as you don't like destroy it or like, you know, and I don't go crazy on it. Okay, floor. Do I have inside here? Yes, I think I do. Alright, so this is a beat up looking one. We're gonna do this. Ooh, the green. Green looks bad. Yeah. Let's see, okay. I love that. Okay, so. I don't want this to be enormous, but I also don't want it to be tiny. Like, relatively big. Yeah, people keep saying RAM prices are expensive. Yeah, this is a little big. I think we need to keep it there. Let's get the player. I still think this is enormous. Also, why are we Y-scaling this? What? Didn't I do? Oh, because I didn't do the other ground. I remember. Yeah. Alright. this is not the right one. We need to go inside with it. So what I'm gonna do is that. Cool, and then this one. I don't know why we Y-scaled that. That is so bizarre. So the story of the game, this game is, you're basically like, it's kind of like a Lord of the Rings vibe almost, I'd say, where you're basically like, you know, you're in a village, you're like of age or something, and then you kind of like get this quest to defeat the Prince of Corruption, who's like destroying the land. And it's like a fantasy world. There's like, you know, there's some lore to it, and this is based off of a book, though. I'm collaborating with the author of the book, Oblation, Prince of Corruption. You can check out the book on one of the panels I have, or on the link I attached to the chat. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like just your traditional fantasy game. You play as like this character Luciano, and then you eventually get your goal, and you just have to, like, you know, you meet new friends along the way. In the game, I'm gonna have the friends like give you different power-ups and stuff when they're in your party, and then of course, you know, the boss battles, and you just kind of get around. No, I don't think there's getting drunk in the game. No, I'm not gonna make this game like super adult either. It's gonna be not like a kid's game, but like it's just gonna be like a fun little fantasy adventure. It's not gonna be anything like super in-depth or anything. It's really, like I said, like a testimony of my skills. It's like I can make a full story game with like a full set of inventories and boss battles, NPCs, side missions, just kind of all that stuff. It's going really well. It took a long time in the beginning, but now that I've made a couple of the locations of the game so far, it's kind of all just like flowing together really nicely. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Yep. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be pretty good. I really hope the demo... I feel like the demo, there's going to be a lot of people who find issues with it. I don't know. I'm not really sure how long it can take to beat, because I feel like you can do a lot of side missions if you want, but then you can rush through the game. The thing is, when you do the side missions, you like get rewarded things, basically. So you can basically like do the side missions and have an easier time fighting the boss battles. But I don't know, there's about like let's take a look. If we go to like the village is the first place, so you have a couple things you can explore, a couple houses, NPCs, and then you have a whole other area that you go through. I don't know, I think realistically you could rush through the game and beat it in like, I don't know, roughly 5 to 10 hours. Or take your time and hit the 10 hours or more. It's not a long game. It's becoming kind of a long game because there's just so much like just little things I'm adding in it. But yeah, I think it's going to take most people about around 10 hours to beat most people. But I feel like if you are casually playing, it could take you about 15 hours probably. It all just depends on like, you know, how you do it and stuff. But it's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the progress. We've had a lot of ups and downs through the development. But I'm just excited to kind of keep it going, and I'm really excited to get the demo out this weekend. I think it's going to be pretty cool, you know? But yeah. 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 I do like to do a lot of the side stuff, but there's going to be those people that just rush through the game probably, and they find ways to beat it like really quickly. Luckily, this is a game where it's like, I don't think there'll be a glitch to just beat it instantly. It's going to be one of those games where, you know, you have to like fight certain boss battles at certain times and all that fun stuff. But yeah, what you gonna do? Let me refresh something here, because I'm having an issue. I don't want my cat behind me. Get out of here. Go away. Shoot. You beat Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, that's awesome. I heard that game takes like 2 hours to beat or something crazy. No, he's being trouble. I have 2 cats. There's like one on the right, if you can see it over there. The cat. It's funny. The car back. I thought you said car. That's he's bad. No, he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back. Sorry, go away. Maybe if I put the bed behind me, he'll stay in the bed instead. That's funny. Okay. What are you doing behind me? Go sit in the bed. If you're gonna be behind me. He doesn't even want to be in the bed. Alright, what are we doing here? This is silly. Witcher 3. Yeah, those books are really good. Okay. Who needs walls? There we go. Okay. We need to create walls now. I don't want to use those walls. I kind of want to use these walls. Yeah, that's tough. Usually though you can set the settings up. I'm not talking about for me with this, but like with games that are like that. At least that's what I usually do. We need walls though. What kind of walls do we need? These look like, I want like green walls actually. This looks like if I use like, I don't know, I don't like that. Oh, you know what? I think I have an inside wall area somewhere. I don't think I added it to this. But this is all floors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have a wall thing, I'm pretty sure. I think I've heard of that, but that sucks, I'm sorry. I've got really bad vision too. I have to wear glasses like all the time. I don't like wearing contacts. Contacts hurt my eyes. This looks too nice. I think this one's gonna be better. We could do green. Problem is if I use green, it looks like it's, you only wear contacts? That's funny because I thought contacts, like, I heard people have more problems with contacts than not. Like, anytime I wear contacts, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can't focus as hard as I can with glasses for some reason, if that makes sense. This looks like, I wish I had a wooden wall, because wooden walls look really cool. I can do the green. I don't know. If I do green, that looks like it's like underground. This kind of looks like more wood. Yeah, it's an open world game. And like I said, I'll have the demo out probably this weekend if I can get this section done. It shouldn't be too hard. No, but I might add that. That would be kind of cool. I don't know, it would be interesting if I added horses, because you can dash in the game. I haven't made the game like big enough where I think horses would be necessary. So I don't know. It would be cool to have like vehicles or like something you can ride in, but it's not like that open too. Like if you look at the valley here, it's like, it's clearly big, but like, I don't know if horses are necessary, you know, because there's not really any horses in the first book. And like I said, I'm trying to copy the book, but the dashing does help though. I think the dashing is very nice. Let's see. Map areas. I think I have interactables somewhere. I don't want them alive right now. Where are they? Cutscene, no. Where are the interactables? These are interactables, like the rocks and stuff, because you can break them. Can I not select any interactables? Oh, it's having me do that. No. Where are all the interactables located? They're in hittable, and hittable is in map. Okay. I don't want those to be visible. Alright, perfect. You gonna mod this game with horses? You should mod it. That'd be hilarious. Make a video on how to mod my game when it comes out. That'd be awesome. I don't think I'm like preventing mods because I'm using Godot. Like I don't really even know how I would prevent that, to be honest. I guess you could mod it. It's just using GD script. It's in Godot. I don't know if Godot games can be easily modded. I have literally no idea. I'm not like a big modder in anything. But that would be really funny if you modded horses into the game. That would be kind of awesome. You should do that. That'd be wild. Alright, let's try getting some walls in here now. This looks okay. I thought I wasn't gonna like these walls, but it doesn't look that bad. I could use the green ones, but I don't know. The thing we do need here, though, is we need a light because we're technically inside a building, and I think I set that for all buildings. When you're inside a building, there's always like that base level of lighting. Yeah, getting drunk. You know what? Go ahead. That'd be really funny. I guess I could add like, because there's like a capital city you can go to. I could add like a restaurant so you can like order food. Because like in the game, you're getting health from like health potions and stuff. So I guess you could mod the health potions to be something else. That'd be really funny. That'd be great. Okay. That'd be great. Alright, we need to make this into like a circle. Alright. Right now there's one book, but the author's planning on making 3 for it. It's his first like book set, I would say. No, look at that, we messed up. Unless we want to give it 2 doors. Actually, if I go back out here. But currently one of the book is out right now. Like I said, the link's on one of my panels. If you're watching on Twitch, just go to the panel. Or it's in the pinned description at the top as well. If you go to like where I say to wishlist it, it takes you to the main website. And then you can see the Steam link and then also the book link on Amazon. But it's a pretty good book. For his first book, I think it's pretty good. Like, it's like a dark fantasy. It's definitely a heavy read. So I don't know if you like, I don't know, I would resemble it to like the Game of Thrones kind of style of reading. It's like very like descriptive, you know? More so than I would, or I guess like Lord of the Rings is also a good example of it as well. So the door's on the left. So I guess I could just do it on the left. Make my life easier. Technically, that's how it is. Oh, it's not a long book. It's like about 300 pages. I think it's a little less. It's a really short book, but like I said, you're supporting, small authors. He's not like from a big company or anything. He's just really passionate about it. I think he's gonna get started on the next book after the current book. He's probably gonna try to write a book and a half a year. But it's a pretty easy read if you're, like, you can get through a pretty good section. But then if you read the book, you'll know what's going on in the game. Like, I'm probably making the book even long. Like, technically, I'm adding more to the book, I guess, technically, just because, like, I'm trying to follow along with it as best I can. Yeah, I love the Zelda games. That's what my kind of inspiration is for this game, if you think about it. It's very much like it, because it's just like a top-down RPG, you know? But I love those kinds of games. They're fun. How did I not add it like this? Didn't I add that for the doors? If I didn't do that, that's quite silly. Do I have it inside of a door? Hold on. Let's go to, like, cottage. Yeah, I totally put that for that. Weird. What's UE5? Not sure what that is. We need to add a collision layer to this. Oh yeah, Unreal Engine. Yeah, I don't know. I like Godot a lot because I just like the idea that I own it kind of thing, you know? Like, you just like have the ability to not worry about like licensing problems or like, I don't know. It's just more comfortable too. Like, I don't like how I used to teach Unity actually, and I also used to use Unreal Engine. I used them all. I've been doing this forever, but I teach primarily Godot, and I plan on making almost all my future games in Godot, just because, like, I don't know, it's just way more user friendly. I just didn't like setting up things in Unity and Unreal because it always takes forever to turn on. It just like takes forever. Like it's cool, it comes with a lot of like pre-made stuff, but so does Godot. You could just download free assets on Godot as well. Like they all do the same thing if you think about it. So I don't know. Why did I not add? Oh, I didn't add collision layers for any of this either. That's not good. Should I use the green? I'm tempted to use the green because this just doesn't look like I'm in the same building. I like the floor. I could like gray this stuff a little bit. I don't know. We need more lighting in here. It's way too dark as well. That's what I was gonna add. I need to add a light. Where are the lights? Lights. Where's the light? Remaster, remake? You mean like the engine or a game? Because that'd be cool either way. You should. Do what you're passionate about, you know? Yeah, I feel you. But, you know, always make what you want to make, but also commit to the end of it. I feel like a lot of people don't commit to the end of what they're working on, but you really should try your best to do that, because this is kind of cool, I think. All right, normal torch, self-modulate, and then I'm going to stick with when you're inside buildings, it's bright. And the best way to do that for this is we're just going to go to texture, not texture, whatever this is called, scale. And we're gonna make this like a 15, maybe more. We'll do 20. Perfect. Okay, that works. All right, so we're inside the little shed. I don't want the other lights, let's get rid of those. I think that is a light also, but we just never like did anything with it. Okay, we got our little shed. I need to give it corners though, we never did that. And I don't know, I'm tempted to use the green, but I don't think it matters, because like, again, if I go back to Valley, this isn't green technically. I don't know, I might change that later. Alright, that looks a little better. Also, the player is totally not in the correct position. And spawn points. Okay, so this is important. And we have to make sure we name them the same or we're going to have an issue. Shed entry. Okay. We're going to set shed entry to one of these. And then we're going to take shed entry, wherever that is, right here. Put it where the player is. Way too high up, though. That's okay. Okay. So when we walk through the thing, the player will go there. But now we need the door to leave the shed. And we need the name of it. So let's go back to Valley. And let's double check. Alright, looks good there. Let's go... We didn't ever put an entry for this. Outside the shed. Yes, we did. Okay, take outside the shed. Go back inside the shed. And then we're going to get a door. So let's go to doors, which are in map. Yes, door 1. Okay, let's find the door. Take the door. That is going to be huge. It doesn't really matter, technically. Because that's the area. So as long as we hit the area, technically we will go through the door. I just don't like how huge that is. It's crazy looking. Let's use a smaller one. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And then like that. Okay, that's not a safe point. And we're gonna go over here, outside the shed. And then we gotta make sure we spawn in the valley, which I think we're set. Perfect. Nice. Love it. Okay. Let's save that. Okay, so player will spawn in, spawn out. Nice. Now, I don't want the other doors. Let's get rid of these. Because we're cleaning up. Perfect. Okay. This is probably gonna like break the game if I do this, but we need to try it. Okay. don't want to walk all the way over there. We might have to. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Now we're in a cutscene. Okay. We need to fix that cutscene later too. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the sprite for it. Like, I like the big slime, but I don't like how it has a giant, like, detailed eyeball. I think we need to adjust it to match the little, like, smiley face that are on these guys. They're very, like, simple. I also need to fix the borders too. But yeah. So we're going to go ahead and try out the door we have. So we're over here. I want to make sure we can spawn inside the shed. Which we can. Perfect. Okay, we're inside the shed. We can't leave it. I don't know. It's a little big. We have, like, invisible enemies that are hitting us. Can we leave the shed? Yes, we can. We need to move that up a little bit. I'm okay with that one. That one's fine. But I think when we do this, we're really far away from it. So let's adjust the position. Well, like I said, the demo will be out hopefully this weekend. And I've really been, so far, whenever I have the chance to work on the game, which is usually like 5 days a week, I can get through about 1/3 of a new area. So basically, I think if I keep the consistency, I will hopefully have the game done before, like, I really hope before March, like mid-March, I hope. But that's like a hopeful bet, because I have a really strong feeling that once I have the demo out, I'm gonna find out a lot of issues, or I'm gonna have a lot of people like be like, oh, you should change this and that. And because I'm still so early in the development, I feel like I can make those changes, because I'm worried the game isn't gonna be like, I'm worried it might not be like interesting enough, because it gets pretty basic. It's like just your classic top-down RPG, but I feel like I still need to add a little bit of like spice in it, if that makes sense. Because so far, I don't know, I just don't want it to be too plain, you know? So hopefully I can really make it look not super plain, if that makes sense. But we'll see, you know, no rush. We'll figure it out. I'm pretty happy with what I have currently. And like I said, this is like the first release. This is like a game that's, you know, a mixture of what I have to do, but I don't know, it's okay. Every single, you kind of can. There's really not too many buildings you can't go into. Because why would I make buildings that you can't go into, you know? Like, that would be unnecessary at that point. So I think, like, already, like, you can go into pretty much every building. Unless you mod and make new buildings. You can do that also. Why not? You know, that'd be awesome. But yeah. Okay, I don't know. Is the shed too big? That's kind of what I'm debating. It looks a little too big. But we are going to have a puzzle in here. So it's like, I don't want it too small. Because like if I go ahead and go to the valley, it's a pretty big building. It doesn't look this big though. I guess I could make it a little bit shorter. Just a tiny bit. So let's do that while we're here. One more down. I think I'm okay with how wide it is. I just think it looks a little too small. I don't know. Like, it really depends. I just think a little bit smaller would be cool. One more smaller, I think we'll do. So let's do it just one more smaller. Okay, and then we gotta make ground as well. I don't know why that's happening. What? This is great. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a little better. At least that looks more realistic. Has a video game ever made me cry? Ooh, I don't know. I just recently finished Kingdom Hearts for the first time. The first Kingdom Hearts game, and the ending was so dramatic. Like, the ending was so dramatic, man. Like, I could not believe the ending of that one. It was crazy. Like, when Sora is letting go of what's-her-name's hand and the music starts playing. Like, that was crazy. So like that one almost got me. Almost got me. You know? It almost got me. It was rough. Kingdom Hearts was emotional at the end. Very emotional. What about you though? What game has made you like very emotional? Is there a specific one? Okay, let's see what we can do here. That looks great. Arthur Morgan. I don't know what that is. What kind of game is it? I've never heard of it. Is it an indie game or is it like a big game? But I love games that make you feel like feel something, you know? RDR2 main character. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. But I'll definitely check it out. What's it on? Is it old? Is it new? Okay, we're here. We gotta make a couple things. I don't actually even know what we're gonna. Why is that like different to me? Are my eyeballs tricking me? No, I think it's okay. That looks different. Why is? I don't know how it did that. Oh, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah. Arthur Morgan. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2? Duh. I was like, I didn't get the acronym. But yeah, I thought Red Dead Redemption 1 was even more, like, emotional. No? I thought Red Dead Redemption 1 had, like, a crazy scene at the end that was, like wild. I could have sworn. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? I need to add a puzzle. I don't even know what puzzle we're going to add. But honestly, we can get the place done first and then get the puzzle done. Made you a better person. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I keep hearing it's a great game. I don't know. I feel like I haven't really entered the RPG style game for 3D Worlds yet. Like, I have never played GTA. I've never played, like, those kinds of games before. I don't know. I don't like really rough games, I think. So that's probably why I'm not, like, a big Rockstar fan. I just don't like super violent. I don't know. Like, I like fighting games and stuff, but super aggressive games are just, like, I want to, like, yeah, I heard it is different. Like, it's not the same. Maybe I'll get into it eventually, especially if I start making 3D games, because I plan to teach 3D courses eventually. Right now I'm just cleaning up my 2D courses, but I plan on making a lot of 3D courses for Godot. And they're probably going to be, like, some of the best Godot courses out there. Like, my 2D ones are already fantastic. I just need to clean up a little bit of the coding in them, and then but the 3D ones I think are going to be, like, revolutionary for the game development community, because my first beginner ones are always free, but then I have, like, a bunch of, like, advanced ones I come out with. But for 3D, I don't think there's a lot of good 3D courses for games, just because it's kind of hard to make, but I'm getting pretty good at it, so I'll probably start learning how to figure it out. I'm gonna make the second room actually real quick. All right, let's do that. The second room, I don't know how I'm gonna make the second room. It's gonna be like a tunnel. Yeah, I hear that. That's wild. I do gotta check it out eventually. I hear a lot of things about it. I know, I need to like, I don't know. I heard a lot of good things about it though. I'll definitely start playing it eventually. Eventually. It's just like a big commitment. I plan on doing a lot of, I plan on doing like a lot of, what do you call it? Like RP, like I want to do all of the, what do you call it? All of the Kingdom Hearts games though. I just beat the first one and now I'm gonna do the second one, but I really want to just like do all those, if that makes sense. You know how, I've said that same thing about, I don't know if you watch anime, but like I said the same thing about Attack on Titan. Like I can't watch anything else and feel the same way after watching Attack on Titan. It's just so good and so revolutionary. Like the story, the twists and turns, the character development. It's so hard to watch anything after that. It's crazy. Attack on Titan's like one of the best ones. It's so good. The ending is gonna make you probably mad, but I think that's how you know something's good, is when it doesn't like appease everybody. It's like Game of Thrones. If you ever watch Game of Thrones, like kind of same deal. Same deal. But yeah, Attack on Titan's amazing though. I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was expected to end like that. Like it's not supposed to. It was a rough show. It's not supposed to have a rough. It's not supposed to have a happy ending. Like come on, the whole show was never happy. I think it was okay. Alright, we need to make the second area, but also I need to figure out how we're gonna do that. We're gonna solve a puzzle, probably like, I don't know, something simple but not too hard, and then we're gonna get like a trapdoor that's gonna open up, and then we're gonna be allowed to go in somewhere. But it's gonna be underground, I think. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. What do we need to add now? I'm trying to think what we need to add here. The puzzle's gonna be a little tricky. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I want to make like the next area where the boss battle is gonna be. And I'm either gonna do it like, I think I'm gonna do a staircase, because that's gonna be, it's probably gonna be up here, maybe, or in the middle. Probably in the middle. I think that'd be kind of cool. So what we'll do. We need like boxes, I think, or like destroyed stuff. So we're gonna do one of the layers I have. Why do I have two layers here? Oh, I know I have two layers. Okay. We need like boxes and stuff. See, there's like the staircase I want. I want like that kind of staircase. Do I not have a purple one? Yeah, we could just do that. We're just gonna do like, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, we'll do that. Do we want to be able to walk on it? Probably, because it's like a door in the ground. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna do, I think that one is like, I think we're gonna need the darker one. Yeah, or we do green. Green would be kind of cool. Flying horses. You could do like Pegasus, like a bunch of Pegasuses. That'd be kind of cool. I think that would be kind of cool. They haven't made like a really cool like mythology kind of game, you know, like a mythology RPG. I guess they did with Assassin's Creed, but it wasn't like mythology though. It was like you know, not the same. I feel like green's gonna look better here. Yeah, I guess God of War, but like that was not like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the same. Oof, this is gonna look ridiculous. I like that one a lot because I can do that one. That blends with the purple really well. So does that. I like that one better. Yeah, no, that game was good. Yeah, I've never played that one either. I gotta play that one also. I know, I'm so bad. I make games all the time, and I teach making games, but I literally don't play games, though, that much. Like, I want to. I'm so busy making games or teaching other people how to make games that I just don't have the time. Like, I do have the time, I just don't make the time, if that makes sense. I think everybody can, like, make the time, but it's just, like, prioritizing it is the tough part. Man, I wish that could go right in the middle. That'd be really cool. Either that or I put it in the corner with some boxes next to it. And then we start off with like a door. I think we're going to have a door and then we're going to change it. But what I'm going to do is we're going to make an object be the door instead. So, we need the correct one. A John Wick game, that'd be funny. I don't like sci-fi games that much, I'll be honest. Sci-fi is not... That's probably like my least favorite game genre. Like, I really don't like sci-fi that much. I love reading sci-fi. I love sci-fi shows. But sci-fi games, I've never been crazy about. I just haven't. It's just never like really... It's never been like something I've been like, wow, this is awesome. If that makes sense. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm not like... in the game world as much as I should be. Yeah, I know who John Wick is, but like I said, I'm not crazy about sci-fi. It's not my thing. All right, corner stairs, or I want to do middle stairs. The problem is I don't have an even room for this. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I really want that to be in the middle. I'm gonna make it go. What did I do for the other one? Hold on. Maybe I'm being a knucklehead because village right house is a double. No, it's not. Village left house. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I did a middle. Okay. Okay, I could do that. Yeah, I didn't do that for this. I guess I could do it. But yeah, I should though. Let's move it over to the side. And then same thing, we're gonna get rid of the floors. Heck yeah, there we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead in the middle, put the stairs. And that looks better. I think that matches like the overall of everything a little better. But yeah, it's looking good. Okay. Let's put the stairway in the middle because I want the player to know they need to do something here. Because if I don't do that, I have a really strong feeling the player is going to be like, what do I do? Because this is not a game that you need to like be aggressively trying to figure things out. I want this to be a game that's like very simple to figure out. And then we're going to put some like boxes around it. Yeah, it's going to look great. Cool stuff. I don't think I have boxes here. I should have boxes here. Or better yet, we could match it with like the destroyed stuff. Ooh, we could put wood inside of it. I want a box. Do we not have any boxes? We got like destroyed stuff. We don't have like a box. It's kind of, it's like a dresser. Where? We need a box that's like moldy looking. I don't know. I think we could use pots then. If we don't have boxes, we can use pots. That's kind of like a box. Wow, there's no boxes. That's really weird. Oh well. Because the puzzle in this is going to be probably like a move the boxes puzzle. My one worry is that you can like trap yourself. That would not be good. These are not going to be... I think we need to make sure we have layers on these things. Which if we don't, it's not good. Yes, we do. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, we got these there. What are we gonna stack? We need something to push. Let's go back to this stuff. Okay, we have this for the floors. I could use like that. We could do that to mark the spots, kind of. Do I have one of those for this? No, I don't. That's not good. We could do that, maybe, if we have a middle one. I don't want it to be too obvious, but enough where it makes kind of sense. Oh, I don't know. Well, let's do it in ground, because I know ground will at least be on the bottom. Let's select. Do we have a nice... I don't want to have to, like, create it based on the spot, though. I'd rather have it just, like, be a spot like this, I guess we could do, technically. So let's do that. Is that a... Yep, that's a circle. Okay. Because I want it to look like a push plate. Let's add these correctly. That's okay. So what we could do, push that there, push that there. We can't push that, so we need to push sideways. But what you need to do is you need to push it this way, all the way. Oh, how do we do that? No, we push it once here. No. Yeah, we need to push this one there. How do we do that? This is actually already becoming a puzzle. So if we could push this one to the right, no, we push this up all the way there, and then we push this one all the way up there, push this up here, push this up there, there, and then there. And I can make it harder later, but I think that would be really cool to have something like easy where it's like that. Yeah. I'll look up like a cool puzzle with that, but I think this would be kind of cool if we can push the pots. And then once you do that, the trapdoor opens up. Nice. Okay, I like it. But because we're gonna do it this way, we need to remove them here because I'm gonna have to make them like their own objects. Sweet, so we'll do that. Do we want anything like in the middle or something? I don't know, but we need to add some spice to the room because it's a little plain looking. Let us try to do this now. I don't want to do that. Okay, but for now though, what we're gonna do is I want to make sure the areas are set up. So, I think what happens is once you go down here, I was gonna like say, what do we? Oh, I don't know. Do I want to make it like where you have to go this way to get inside of it? I'd rather have it stairs where like any direction. Problem is we save the direction based on what area or what way you go into it. So what we could do is because my one worry is that we're gonna like face a really weird direction. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, it's definitely getting along, you know. Please wishlist it on Steam if you haven't already. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out a cool little puzzle because we're gonna have like a trapdoor here and all that fun stuff, and then we're gonna push like some pots into here and then it'll adjust. But yeah, it's looking good. But I'm worried about going in there. Honestly, this is probably something that is not What's up, Beef Lord? Lord of the Beef. Beef Lord, you're the inspiration for one of the characters in the game. The baker! The baker! Beef the baker. I feel like we should have made Beef Lord like a meat guy, you know? Like, that would have made more sense. Because he's like delivering meat at like a deli. But this was the inspiration for Beef Lord, the baker guy. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for wish listing. We're trying to get to 1,000. But yeah. Alright, let's see. We're still trying to make the puzzle here, though. What I'm worried about is when we go in here, it's gonna adjust things. Okay, anyway, we're gonna figure that out. So let's go ahead. First, let's get the spawn area for it. Spawn points, shed entry, okay. Shed entry tunnel. Yeah, Beef Lord. So, what's up, Ivory? Is it Ivory? I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. I have a collaborator for the story. The story is based off a book called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. He's collaborating with me, so he's allowing me to use the book for the base of the story for the game. Irving, okay. But this is based off a book, so at least I don't have to think about the story part that much. I'm just like gamifying the book. And then I'm using some like commercial free use assets for the majority of this. And then I had somebody helping me out a little bit with it, but primarily I'm solo deving this whole game. But we're doing pretty good though. We got 3 locations in the map already and a couple buildings created, some boss battles. Right now we're just working on this puzzle for this dungeon, and then basically you have your second boss battle. But yeah, it's going really well. The demo should be out on I think this weekend if I finish this dungeon up and then create one little small area. So you should subscribe or follow and then you'll see the announcement for it. But yeah, the demo should be playable this weekend, hopefully. I'm probably going to post the demo on itch.io, so you can probably just play for free on browser and let me know what you think about it. But yeah. Alright, what we gotta do? We need shed entry. Shed entry stairs, I guess. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that. So when we come up the stairs, I kind of want to put the pots here, here, and here. We'll put it like right here. Yeah. But yeah, it's going really well. It's going well. I'm hoping to even have the game completed in a month or so, if I can keep up the pace that I'm doing, where I work on it a little bit every day. Usually every session I can get done like 1/3 of a location, and I have about, I think I have like 6 more like world areas to complete. So yeah, but with every world it gets faster and faster because I'm not adding too much more implementation in it. There's like a couple of cool weapons you get throughout the game, but overall it's not like crazy. Yep. What are we doing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I could put the entry point there. Problem is if I put the starting like thing, I don't know. I like having it there, but that means, I don't know. I guess it does make more sense to put it right there. Let's do that. We're gonna go right. So we're gonna spawn here once we come back up the stairs. Okay, and we need a new door now. So this door though is not gonna be active unless we solve the puzzle. So let's duplicate our current door we have. Let's put the door like here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then we're gonna say, oh, I don't know. Outside shed, inside shed. We need like under shed. Okay, under shed. And we're gonna go ahead, change what thing we're gonna do, undershed. Okay, and then for undershed, we're just gonna duplicate this, I think. Yeah, the demo will be on itch.io. I haven't put it out yet, but you'll see announcements if you're subscribed or following. It'll be cool. I'm excited for it. I feel like though the demo is gonna set me back a little bit because everybody's gonna find problems in the game. And then I'm gonna be like, now I gotta fix all these problems for a couple days, you know? But that's, I guess, all part of the process. Yep, the demo will be like the first 2.5 levels of like a 10 level game. So you get a pretty decent amount with the demo, but I think the demo is just gonna help me more finding issues than be an actual like game, I guess. But yeah, so door 3. What do we need to do? Door 3, you enter there. Okay, now we need to create this undershed. I don't want to name that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, undershed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this. So we got that there. All right, valley shed. We need to duplicate valley shed and change the name to undershed. Okay, let's find undershed. Undershed, okay. Now undershed, we need to do a couple things. First, we need to redo the layout because this is where the slime boss is gonna be. So we need to first, I'm gonna move the player for now. And then we're gonna also adjust what this thing looks like. I'm thinking like it's gonna be a long tunnel. And then once you get to the end of the tunnel, you can see like the boss. So we need stairway like right here. I don't want to make it too small. Yeah, we'll have like a 3-way path right there, like triple things. Let's go ahead and adjust stuff. Okay. Let's go to map. Let's go to path. No, walls. We're gonna thin the walls out. Let's take this there, go there. Same thing on this side. Whoopsie. Don't know why. Okay, perfect. And then we're gonna put the stairway there. And you need to go in it like that to go up it. That's fine. But we are going to adjust the walls, which we know are hopefully in here. Here we go. Okay. Yep, because this is like a basement setting now, so. Perfect, okay. All right, but we need to kind of make this go outward a little bit more. So we'll have like a long hallway and then we'll go that way there. What do we got to do now? I think we're looking good here. Yeah, we're looking good. Okay. Yeah, we'll go outwards there. We're gonna go outwards here. We need the ground to be adjusted. And then yep. We need to adjust. Nope, we need to get rid of the walls. All right. Where is the ground I was using? It's over here. Okay. Looks good. All right, and the boss battle is not going to be a huge room. I want to make it like, I don't know. I want the player to be able to see the entire thing, because if I don't do that, that's going to be quite a problem. So let's take player, wherever player is. we can make it a little bigger. One more all the way around. What do we want to do? Okay, perfect. All right, then we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we could do that technically. Is that good? Nice, okay. And then we need walls again. Yeah. Okay. Corners. Yeah, this is a good size. I was worried it was going to be too big, but this is looking really nice. Perfect, okay. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead, adjust this there, here, give it some corners. Yep. This doesn't look correct. Why does that look so different? I think that's wrong. Oh, I think I did that's why. Perfect. Ooh, that doesn't look good either. You know what? I think we can adjust that. I don't know. We could keep it the same. Let's double check it. That looks good. This does not look good. How do we fix that? Technically like this. I think, actually. Let's double check that. So what we're gonna do is add some of this stuff. And then go here. Problem is, I think I need to readjust this, like for the tile sets, because we didn't add. Yeah, we didn't add any of that. Okay, so what we're gonna do for that is just go real simple. Boop. And then just reverse it. Real simple. Perfect. Love it. Okay. Nice, and that should work correctly. All right. Perfect, okay. Nice. Let's double check that. Looks good there. Nice, okay. Nice, okay. Now we just need to fix the lighting effect because the lighting is all screwed up. So let's go back to map area. I don't think it's in any of these. It might be in one of these. Nope. It's gonna be, it's in map. I think it's under lighting somewhere. Lights, here we go. Okay. Because anytime we're inside a building, just to make our lives easier, we're gonna make sure that lighting is always gonna be just the whole building. I'm not gonna have any like inside dark buildings. Now we might make inside like caves dark, but at least for buildings, I'm just gonna keep it always lit. Perfect, okay. Okay, we got that there, nice. Let's go ahead and now wrap up the stairs, which I know is there, and that is not correct. We wanna adjust that to be, I don't remember which I did this. Was it this one? Nope, it's probably that one. Yep, okay. So we'll do this one again. And we need trapdoors, which I think was here. But this time we're gonna do stairs, and we need to actually make this, well, if we go downstairs that way, I think it would be adjusted the other way, because that doesn't make sense unless it's like the other side. Because if we go down like this, I think this needs to be reversed, which we can do. That's fine. It might look a little silly, but I don't know. Now, which one did we use though? Which color? Oh, I'm opening the wrong thing. I think we used the darker one. No, I think we just used like this one. So let's go here. Let's re-add it in, which I think was this one. Ooh, or was that one? I don't know. Let's double check. It was very purple. I think it was this one actually. Let's double check. I think it was that, because if I go back there, yep, it was that one. Okay, so we're gonna use that for the stairs. Okay, so we need to switch it around. So I'm gonna put it like here and then turn it. So that didn't work. Let's do that again. I know there's a way we can do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to like, I think it's this. There we go, perfect. Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't like go all the way down like it should, but I think that's fine. So what we need to do is we need the spawn points to be correct. Shed, entry, stairs. Let's double check it. So we go to door, we're gonna go to under shed. Okay, under shed is where we're going. So then we go to spawn points again. Under shed, okay. Then we need that wherever it is, which is right there, perfect. Gonna put us like right there. Maybe a little bit more there. Okay. Also, I'm gonna get rid of these other ones. We don't need any of those. We do need a door. Let's locate door. That's okay, door, perfect. Let's put it like here. We'll adjust this so we have to like go this way into it. And what we're gonna do, let's get rid of the other door real quick, don't want that. I don't remember which one this is gonna be. I think it's just inside shed, if I remember. Yeah, Valley Shed. So what we can do is copy the name, and then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna paste this correctly here. This is the new scene we need to re-initiate, and then we need to tell where we're gonna go. So we go back into Valley Shed. I think it was this thing. So if we go to spawn points again, yep, shed, entry, stairs, we need to make sure we set that to the same name. So here we go. And then we're gonna make sure this works correctly, because I have a feeling we're gonna be too close to everything. So let's start in Valley Shed. Let's do this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put collisions next to it so we have to go down this way. See, because that's my problem, is like, we're too close, we need to go up. Like, that's okay, that's okay. That's too close to the wall. I'm gonna go up a little bit more like that, almost. All right, let's go ahead, close out of there. So this one, up a little bit. And then same thing for under shed as well. We're gonna do the same thing and just go up a little bit. Under shed, up a little bit and more to the left. Let's try it again. And this is gonna be locked, of course, obviously, until we figure out what we gotta do. So we go here, we do the puzzle, blah, blah, blah. Well, that didn't work, but that looked better. That's okay, I like that. We could be a little closer to it. And then we go like this. We'll get rid of that. But yeah, that looks good. That looks good there. We might move that down one more, but overall that looks great. Ooh, but that, yeah, because we went into it like this. Actually, I wonder if we want to get rid of that, because that would not be good. So if I go like this, yep, okay, so we are having an issue with the secondary door hit block. So we need to click this. Door. So we have two of these. There's a reason I did this, which is weird. Why does that? That shouldn't let us hit it though. So unless our player's box is like, I feel like that's what's happening, is like, This is gonna mess up them all, I think, if we do that. Make unique. Okay. Okay. And the other one doesn't matter. That's fine. But under shed, it doesn't really matter. Let's try this again. Let's see. Okay. And yep. Okay, so we're here. Go in it. Perfect. We go in there. Yeah, see, there's like an issue with this, because I bet if I'm like hitting the one on top of it. I think it's because we set a default one for it. Yeah, because I think that box we see there is the default one inside of it. So I think we actually, maybe we don't need this. What if I just do this? And then what if we just use the top one? That might work perfectly fine still. I just don't remember if we did this for a reason. It was a long time ago. Let's try this now. Okay. We're getting some good progress done though. We got kind of all the layouts done. The layouts are like the hardest thing because then we just have to fill the layouts in. So we got rid of all those. Okay, yeah, that's the problem. So I think I have a default one, but then I wanted certain ones to be out filling it all. So even that is probably not working correctly either. So we can just move that down a little bit as well. That should still work. But if we go back to under shed, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to this door here. If I can select it. That was not what I wanted. Where is door? Let's double check where door is. Map areas. No. Where is door? Door. There it is. Okay. Door, we're going to get rid of this. We just want to do that. And then what we're going to do is just move it down. Perfect. And that should work correctly. Okay. Looking good. Nice. All right. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So, what do we got to do now? We're going to go back to this one. Okay. Perfect. Now, I want to move those down because I don't like how low those are. I just think that looks a little silly. And we'll find out a cool puzzle way to do this. And save that. We need to add some decorations in here too. It looks a little plain, I think. And then we're gonna go to under shed. We need to get rid of these because these don't matter anymore. Perfect, okay. But once we start the boss battle though, I want the player to be trapped in this box here. So, I'm unsure. I don't know, like we can make like something just appear here. I think we're gonna like maybe we'll make like just a bunch of slimes are here. We'll just add like a bunch of slimes here because we're gonna have the boss basically. He's trapping the golden boy and then we're gonna go up here, starts the cutscene. And then what he's gonna do is I think unlike the boss we made before, this one is going to just like kind of like jump in the air and like make like rings of slimes that come at you, and we have to like, you can either like, I guess attack them very quickly, or you can avoid them. So I think he's gonna bounce over here, and we're gonna be right here, and he's gonna like shoot like waves at us, and we'll have like openings in the waves basically of the slimes. And then once the slimes hit the walls, then they'll disappear. So he'll do that for his like mega attack, and it's gonna like aggressively get harder over time. Like he'll be like 1, 2, 3, and it's like maybe the variation, and they all go slower, but it'll be faster and faster as we, continue. It'll be more waves and more like different styles of attacking, I think, when we make the boss. But yeah, overall though, I think it looks really good. Yep. I'm happy with it. Very so. Yeah. But let's keep it up. Okay. I think we need to make it look a little better. It just looks plain. I think we need to add some things in here. We could add torches. I don't think we would add torches though, because it's supposed to be like an abandoned like dungeon area. But I really like this so far. We just need to give it like a trap door that goes away. We could make this a little smaller maybe. It doesn't really matter about the size. I wonder if I shrink it, it will shrink the box, because I'm worried that it's going to be too big. So like if I do like 0.7, perfect. Okay. Because we want to make like a collision on top of this for like the thing guarding it. So technically we're going to put it in map. We just want to put it inside. We actually want to put it in map areas, actually. Yeah, we're going to put it in map areas. So what we could do, I don't know why we have static body. Oh, that's because we made borders so the enemies couldn't like run around like crazy. Save point doesn't matter. We need to get rid of that. Slime cutscene. Like that's what we're going to reuse in the undershed part. So I'm actually okay with getting rid of that. The only thing we do need to do is we're gonna need to like add a mechanic for giving us the ability to like save that we solve the puzzle, which we can do with global variables, I think. But yeah, I think this looks good. Perfect. Let's get rid of this though. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Now we don't care about that stuff, but we do need. We're gonna need a sprite 2D. This is gonna have a. Well, what we could do is we can make a script for this door. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that door. Ooh, we probably can't do that though. Right, because the door is like its own mechanic. So if I do that, that's not gonna work. So yeah, and I don't want to. We're gonna just force it. We'll just force it to change when we hit it, if that makes sense. But we do want to give a sprite for this. So this is going to be a little annoying because there's a couple ways we can do this. We can either like locate the exact sprite, or what we could do is use an animated sprite 2D and then just select it the easy way, because there's not going to be a lot of frames in this scene, so I'm not worried about it. Because if we have too many frames, it's going to go crazy. So, but we do need to go to our art as a pack. Tile sets. Where is this again? This is in. It's not in that one. I think it's in this one. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna do a 16 by 16. Yeah. So we just want that one. And we could either go through the whole thing and not make it animated sprite 2D, or we could just find it and select it. Jump with the trapdoor. Perfect, okay. Now where the heck is this located? Also, we can move the whole area, it doesn't really matter. The reason why it's so far away, oof, we have all this junk, okay. These are all like the enemies we have and everything. Honestly though, I don't think we need the enemies. Let's double check this, maybe a 4? Okay, that's okay. Texture, nearest, yeah, okay. Sweet, so we're gonna put that there. And yeah, we can walk on this. I think that's fine. I'm not worried about that. We're just gonna have to make a script specific to this. So area 1 is gonna have its own script, because we're gonna make that invisible once it hits. But everything else, I think we can get rid of. Like, we don't want any enemies in here. We just want the puzzle, and then the ability to like push things in here. I think that's the best way to do it. And we might add like different collisions in here. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. And we can always bring it back in. I'm just worried that we're gonna need something in here. Like what we could do is we could make like a message to give us a hint, but oh, I don't know. I think that might be much. We can always add that again later. But anyway, let's get rid of everything here, here, and here. I really hope I'm not deleting something I need. This is gonna delete a lot of stuff, but that's great. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, yeah, we're gonna need to do a couple things. We're probably gonna put the puzzle inside of the map area 1 as well. That's probably the best way to do it. But yeah, all right. Let's try to figure this out. What could we do here? We need a script. We need a script. So we're gonna go to area 1. We're gonna add this. All right, let's call this Puzzle 1 script. Puzzle 1, that's fine. Save this in scripts. I want to make a new folder for this. We could put it in boss battles technically, but I have a feeling we're gonna have lots of puzzles eventually, so we need puzzle scripts. I really need more puzzle ideas too, so if anybody has cool puzzle ideas, cannot spell puzzles, that's great. Puzzle ideas, then let me know. Because I want it to be like similar to Legend of Zelda, so we need lots of like cool little puzzles to do. Puzzle 1, create. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do about this, and this is maybe not gonna work because we're just gonna say var solved puzzle. We'll eventually make this dynamic so we can do it. I knew I spelled puzzle wrong. But yeah, we'll do solve the puzzle. And this is gonna be a bool. And we're gonna equal this to false, okay? So, all I wanna do is, yeah, we're gonna need to use the process function. What we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to do that. We're gonna need to, 1, turn off this animation. It's only coming in from the left side. Oh no. It's good though. It's from Purple Cat. I love lo-fi. I hope it's not playing only one side. That would be kind of weird. Is it actually doing that? I wonder if it's, I might have set that up with OBS incorrectly. You're the first one to mention that, so I'll check it out after this. That's funny if it's doing that. Welcome in, man. How you doing? We're building a game right now called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. Please wishlisted on Steam. We're creating our first little dungeon here, a little puzzle. We solve the puzzle, we go down, then we fight the boss. But that's what we're working on. Just a classic RPG puzzle solving fun game. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Yeah, I went with like the purple theme. I think it's kind of cool. Like, it's very like low stimulus, I think. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. Like the classic 8-bit style. Well, I guess it's not 8-bit, I guess it's 16-bit, but you know, like the old school Pokemon or Legend of Zelda kind of style. But I really like the low stimulus colors, you know, because I didn't want the game to be too flashy or bright. I want it to be very casual, easy to play. You know, it's kind of got like a gothic theme into it technically, but we're making it work pretty good. Also, I just like purple. I think purple's like very easy to look at. That's why I have my editor be purple as well. But yeah, what we're doing is we're just creating a couple things. One solved. We're gonna just call this trapped door. And no, that's technically gonna just do that. Yeah, but real simple, real chill, nothing too crazy. Alright, trapdoor dot visible equals false if our puzzle is solved. If solved puzzle equals true, then we're just gonna do a simple little if. Sweet. Yeah. Alright, looks good there. We don't need delta because we're not doing any crazy stuff. We would only use our delta if we are messing with the frames. But yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're also gonna have to allow the player to go downstairs once they solve the puzzle, which we know is in map. I think it's door 3, under shed. Okay, and the easiest way to turn this on and off is just to do an add-on ready, var, door, just call it down door. Again, I don't want to give it a type. We'll just go ahead and collision shape. We could give it types. Honestly, to keep things consistent, we could just give it types. That's fine. Let's be good. Good little programmers. Animated sprite 2D. The reason why this is a good is because it makes things work a little faster. Because if we don't do that, it has to guess and it kind of goes through them all. Which it's fast enough to do that, but realistically, if it's easy, we should be doing this. Collision shape 2D. Perfect. Just helps the processing speed, but to be fair, this entire game is such a low energy game that it shouldn't ever have issues. It probably runs kind of slow while you're watching me do this, but that's probably because I'm also streaming while doing this and I have browsers open for the chat and stuff, so it probably looks like it runs a lot slower than it actually runs. But yeah, down door, what we want to do is we want to turn this disabled equals what are we going to do with this? Disabled equals false, because on true it means it won't work. But we also need to say, hey, if this is already solved, we need to do that at the same time. So what we can do is just get our little ready function. We're going to say if our global dot what's it called? Current I think it's missions. No. Missions complete, I think is what we called. Oh, I just had it. Yep, completed main missions. And I think this is gonna be the main mission for, I think we're at 11 now. Because this is where we get a new one here. Let me double check where that is. Yeah, I hope so. We're gonna add a lot more into it though. Let's see, what do we do here? We need to go to map areas, area 1. Yep, slime cutscene, okay. Yep, okay, so we are making this, I think, mission 9. So, okay, mission 10 is what we're gonna do. Man, we are cruising through this. I didn't think we were gonna get this far at all. We're already making our first script for the new areas and everything. This is going great. All right. What we gotta do? What we gotta do? Yeah. Why didn't? Oh, duh. We're under. We need to go just on the first level. I should have named that level 1 and level 2. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we need to see if this is greater than or equal to 10, because that's what we're gonna get completed once this happens. So if that happens, the easiest way to do this is just set our solved puzzle and just equal to true. And then it will kick off all the other fun stuff. Perfect. Okay. So now I think we're good with that. So if it's main mission 10, then we should be able to go through. The only other thing we need to do is, I know I'm gonna forget. So it's really good to just take the down door and force it to be disabled equals true. Perfect. And with that, the dynamicness of it should work. Great. Yeah. So basically what happens now on the start of the game, if we haven't already solved it, it'll do that because we save those values anytime we save. I'm tempted to have the game force you to save once you defeat an enemy, but like, I don't know, I think that would get rid of the whole point of like going to a save point. Because anytime we have a boss battle, I like to have a save point. The only worry I have with that is like the closest save point I have in the valley is at the beginning. So you would like beat the boss here, get the prize or whatever, and then you have to save there. So my idea is to have another save point like right after you do the first thing. Because what we're gonna do is when you go through this here, you're gonna have like this little area that you're like getting lost in. Like you literally can't go through the dark forest until you get the staff from beating the slime. So once you get the staff, then you can kind of navigate through the dark forest, because that resembles kind of what happens in the book. Is like Luciano, the main character in the game, or in the main character in the book, like kind of gets lost on his way through the dark forest to get to the library. So we're gonna kind of like make that happen based on, oh, you gotta rescue the golden boy. Yeah, but yeah, because we're just gamifying the story a little bit every time. But it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. But yeah, I think we are gonna close out pretty soon though, guys. We're kind of getting close to the 2-hour mark, or I think we've already hit the 2-hour mark. Thanks for everybody joining. I really appreciate it. Please wishlist the game on Steam. That's going to be Oblation, Prince of Corruption. It should be a pinned message in the top of the chat. So please wishlist the game. We're trying to hit 1,000 wishlists before we publish it. Hopefully this weekend the demo will be out finally. There's a couple things I got to clean up. And then of course I have to wrap up creating the boss battle here. And of course the puzzle, but if I work on it a little bit tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday, I hopefully should have the demo up by the weekend. Yeah. But thanks for everybody joining. This has been a great session. We got a lot done.